we were both just saying we've had literally zero motivation to exercise as of lately. And yeah, that's about it.
I really thought I was going to elaborate, but I
was just going to talk about how to like get yourself out of that mindset and to kick it into gear a little bit, because
if you know, let us know, because I haven't found a way out of it.
I find that group fitness is really helpful. Like obviously I taught a spin class this morning and I was like, I'm going to ride.
Yeah.
And that like was super helpful. And then I set like, I'm very out of spin shape right now because I'm out of shape in general, but I'm very out of especially spin shape because of my neck. And every time I ride, I set a goal for myself. Like I won't get off the bike or sit down during my fast jog, or I'll be on the bike for my entire hill. Like, and that's when I'm teaching. I set these like these like goals for me to complete while I'm teaching, to try to get myself back into shape, because when it starts getting tough and I start getting out of breath, do you know how badly I want to jump off the bike and catch my breath and like be able to like bring myself back down? So that's what I've been doing to try to get back into shape, and also just booking my workouts out in advance for the week.
Unfortunately, yes, group fitness is amazing, but like I don't have time or access to group fitness as of late because our schedule has just been so crazy and been so busy. So like my motivation has been pretty low. I didn't work out at all this weekend because I just kept waking up and I didn't want to. And I kind of just honored that feeling of really not wanting to move my body and not feeling like I had to. I feel like I kept seeing all this messaging after Thanksgiving, which is constant. And I feel like we've touched upon it before. Like I think the last Thanksgiving episode, we talked about some studios that do turkey burns and, you know, only special classes for Thanksgiving, kind of factoring around, you're going to eat so much.
Yeah. Or like the day after, like come work off your meal.
Yeah. And that's just disgusting, first of all, because we're allowed to enjoy and eat what you want and indulge without feeling this immense guilt afterwards, and then feeling like the only reason why you have to work out is to compensate for indulging. And you don't have to do that. In coming from someone who works in the fitness space, I didn't work out Friday. I walked on a treadmill while listening to an audiobook, but that was the extent of my workout. I just moved my body slightly, so equaling to probably me just going to walk outside, but it was cold. Didn't work out Saturday, didn't work out Sunday. And at first I definitely got in my head, like we all have that negative, like, you know, voice in our head being like, you should really exercise. I'm like, but why? Why do I feel the need to more than usual? If I don't want to, and if it doesn't feel like I need to, then I don't.
Yeah. So Friday I was supposed to ride the podium for my spin class, and I woke up and my neck was really bothering me. And I was like, this probably isn't a good idea. I'm going to listen to my body.
Yeah.
So I found a podium rider last minute. But I feel like in the past I would have beat myself up. Like, how dare you not work out the day after Thanksgiving? Like, but now I'm like, you know what? No, I listened to my body and I took off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And now this morning, now that I let my body actually heal and rest, I was able to ride this morning, and I feel good about getting back into the swing of things this morning.
Yeah. And I think there's this, you know, constant pressure to feel like you have to get back into it immediately right after the holidays. And it's like, take your time, enjoy. A year from now, you're not going to look back and be like, shit, I really wish I had worked out right after Thanksgiving and before Christmas. Like, make sure you're moving because you want to and because it makes you feel good, not because you feel like you have to.
Yeah.
And Nick is really helpful in the sense of sometimes reminding that for me, because sometimes I do get into my head a little bit and I'm like, we're not saying we're perfect, but we want to be that voice of reason where it's like, if you're not hearing this from someone else, listen to it from us, and you don't have to feel guilty for enjoying yourself, whether that be you ate,
Food,
like you ate,
alcohol,
you drank, you you didn't exercise as much as you're used to.
Stayed up late, didn't drink enough water.
Right.
Whatever it might be.
That happens. That, don't beat yourself up for that reason. And just when you feel like getting back into it, get back into it. I think I'm going to go work out today, this afternoon. Who knows how long? I'm really tired. I don't know about you, Carly, but or Hurley. Everyone's been asking me how my Thanksgiving was, and it was a wonderful Thanksgiving. But I'm fucking exhausted.
Well, this is also like your third weekend in a row of doing things. Like we had Vermont 2 weeks ago. You went to New Hampshire the weekend prior, and then
holiday.
Yeah.
And you stayed up pretty late on Saturday.
I know. Hurley, give me shit. It was Nick and I's anniversary, and we went out to dinner.
And saw Buddy.
Yeah, we went out to dinner randomly. Or no, not randomly. Went out to dinner in Newton, and then randomly ended up in Boston. Trust me, I checked where Hurley was. Hurley DM'd me and was like, wow, you go and see Buddy and not me. I'm like, you were opening at the Grand and we didn't get to anywhere until 11:30, which is bonkers. And then we went to Big Night Live and saw Buddy, and he didn't go on until 12:30. I did leave at like 1:15, but we didn't get back to the hotel until like...
What hotel did you stay at?
The Omni Boston in Seaport.
Oh.
Wonderful hotel. Hopper had it for $100.
Really?
So cheap. So if you're...
And it's a nice hotel.
Oh my God, it is so nice. It's nicer than most of, like, a loft in Seaport is yucky. Do not stay there. Nick and I stayed there once.
Oh, a loft.
A loft, a loft, a loft, whatever it is. Not a good hotel. This one I booked last minute because it was the cheapest, and it was beautiful. The room was huge. It had such an amazing view.
Oh my God.
Like we were on the 22nd floor, and we were overlooking like Logan and just the harbor. It was so pretty.
Logan.
So
a sight to see.
I know. Well, you could see the planes landing and taking off. But yeah, I'm wild. Someone's got to tame me. But I think that's probably why I'm so tired too.
Yeah.
But still, I think you need to make sure you give yourself grace and take care of yourself, especially that 1 month in between Thanksgiving, Christmas, or any other holidays that you might celebrate, because it is a lot of social time. It is a lot of high expectations to be on and feeling good and happy, and check in with your mental health, check in with what you need, make sure you take time for yourself, because it can be really overstimulating. And I've even talked to a few people. They're like, yeah, I didn't go out at all around my hometown because it just didn't feel good to me. And I stayed home and relaxed. And I was like, great. You need to honor that. Don't be afraid to say no to plans or to that one random work holiday party or something like that, where if you're overwhelmed, just take what you need.
Do you know what's also crazy? This is sharp right.
What?
Friday was my 10-year high school reunion. Like, how old am I? That's insane. I've been out of high school for 10 years.
It's not that old. That's crazy.
That's like kind of crazy to think about.
That's
10
pretty cool.
years.
That's cool.
Like, so much happens in 10 years. And I didn't go, by the way. So
Carly was like, it was crazy. Didn't go, but I saw photos, and that is wild.
yeah, I saw a lot of photos. But honestly, I just, like you said, I was honoring my body. Friday, I laid really low because Wednesday I went out, saw a bunch of people from high school, so I didn't really feel the need to go again Friday.
Right.
Thursday we had Thanksgiving. Friday I wanted to lay low because Saturday I had a wedding. So
Yeah.
I didn't really feel like going to the high school reunion on Friday.
Oh, I slept until 11:30 on Friday after Thanksgiving.
You did. I texted you 42 times. I was like, are you alive?
Carly finally texted me, yeah, and was like, are you alive? And I would have kept sleeping, y'all, except Nick came in and shook me awake and was like, it's already 11:30. I'm like, why did you wake me up? Where are we going? What are we doing? Nothing? Let me go back to bed.
Did you do anything on Friday? No.
I listened to my audiobook for grad school.
Yeah.
And walked on the treadmill for an hour. Went home and then saw a couple high school friends and was home by like 9.
Yeah.
It was wild. Crazy. I don't know. I just think for me, I, like Carly said, like, I honored what I needed to do and what I wanted to do. And I can literally assure you, I am not doing anything this weekend. Nothing. I refuse. Don't reach out. I don't want to do
Don't
anything.
text.
Do not call. Do not text.